insert that in the video.
While we wait for others to log in, please enjoy the glimpse of the fun and excitement we've had at previous luncheons. Pre-corona, back when we could gather in one place, mingle with friends, take pictures, get our hair and makeup done, and get all dressed up. Yeah, the good old days. So I want you to grab a glass of wine, a cocktail, mimosa, whatever fits your fancy, and get ready for an amazing experience. The program will begin in 5 minutes. If you haven't joined the chat in the live stream, please do so now. On the right side of your screen where you see Join Chat, enter your name, click the Accept button to accept the terms, and then click Join. If you want to participate in the Hatitude competition voting poll later in the program, joining the chat will be required, and you do not want to miss this. All right, I'll see you shortly. Good afternoon and welcome to the 18th annual UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon. My name is Stacey Michelle and I am honored to be part of this year's virtual event. I hope you all enjoyed getting a glimpse of what our live luncheon actually looks like. But this year, due to COVID-19, we aren't able to get together in a fancy ballroom, but we are blessed to be together virtually and hope that you'll walk away feeling as refreshed and inspired as you usually do. We plan to be on Zoom. That great effort you put into your outfit, but earlier this week we made a tough decision to switch to Vimeo due to technical issues. Nonetheless, today is a very special day as we celebrate women leaders and collectively raise funds for UNCF. You should have received a text message with information on how to donate. If you're a member of the Divine Nine sororities, make sure that your donation is applied to your sorority so that it gets counted towards the program. Also, any donations made of $150 or more toward today's event will receive complimentary access to a virtual cooking demonstration featuring celebrity chef Carla Hall live. So everyone donate, donate, donate. And at the end of the program, we will announce which sorority raised the most money today. Please direct your attention to the screen for a special tribute video.
You know, we all have the same words at our disposal, a dictionary full of them, but it takes a poet to spin them into gold, as Maya Angelou did. We end tonight with some of her most famous words from the poem Caged Bird about the struggle for freedom.
A free bird leaps on the back of the wind,
and floats downstream till the currents end.
And dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dare to claim the sky.
But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage.
His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing.
The free bird thinks of another breeze.
And the trade winds soft through the sighing trees.
And the fat worms waiting on the dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own.
But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, and his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream.
His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing.
The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still.
And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Many people wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palms of my hands, the need for my care. Because I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman, all you women and me.
Again, welcome to the 18th annual UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon. That was a phenomenal video. And although Dr. Maya Angelou is no longer physically with us, she is here in spirit and will remain dear to UNCF. It is now my privilege to introduce a phenomenal woman who proudly serves the Queen City as our illustrious UNCF leader. She's a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Charlotte chapter of Lynx, and the Charlotte chapter of Jack and Jill of America. She attended not one, but two HBCUs, Hampton University and Norfolk State University, and also received a master's degree in public administration from John Jay College of Criminal Justice. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to UNCF Area Development Director, Tiffany Lynn Jones.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 18th annual UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon. Yes, things look a little different this year. We've gone virtual, like everyone else. But nonetheless, we have a very exciting program in store for you all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. It was this time last year that over 1,100 guests joined us at the Westin Hotel to witness Miss Oprah Winfrey, who served as our keynote speaker. It was that day that we were able to raise not one, but $2.3 million. That's right, we raised $2.3 million. And we were able to help send deserving students to college throughout the state of North Carolina. We are here today to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Maya Angelou and to honor 4 phenomenal women who are here with us today and who are currently serving as the Divine Nine sorority presidents. These women are entrepreneurs, they are leaders, they are visionaries, and they're doing remarkable work across the country. We're also blessed to have with us today Mrs. Susan Taylor, the writer, the author, the entrepreneur, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Now I'd like to thank our Women Who Lead sponsors. Without their financial support, none of this would be possible. First, I'd like to thank our presenting sponsor, Wells Fargo. Every year, Wells Fargo steps up to the plate. Not only do they provide financial support, but they provide day-to-day support. Everything from project management, to IT support, to marketing and communication. I want to personally thank Gigi Dixon, Jay Everett, Yvonne Williams, board members Sharon Murphy, and Dewey Norwood. You all go above and beyond to help us reach our goal, and we truly, truly appreciate it. I have so many people to thank. I want to start with thanking my co-chairs, Margaret Fennessy and Okita Brown. These 2 ladies have gone above and beyond to make sure that this virtual event was a success. They've also served on our planning committee for many, many years, so it's an honor to have them in this role this year. I also want to thank our fabulous planning committee of over 30 women. Their names will appear on the screen. These ladies have served on the committee for, some of them for 10+ years, and they're dedicated and believe in the work that we are doing at UNCF. I want to thank Heidi Currents personally for serving as the co-chair for the vendor committee for the 3rd year in a row. She makes sure that our vendors are where they need to be and that their products are displayed properly. This year, she took it virtual with our virtual shopping mall, and that was a big hit. I want to thank Shannon Jones and Gigi Dixon for serving as the co-chairs of our Hatitude Committee. You all will see later in the program our Hatitude competition that they have worked very hard on, and I'm very excited about. I also want to thank Natia Walker, who has served as my right hand since January. She's done a fabulous job. She helps me every day and makes sure that we get the job done. So thank you, Natia. Anyone who knows me knows that I love live events. I love walking into the Westin Hotel and seeing all of the beautiful women in their fabulous outfits and amazing hats. And so although this year is a little different, I want you all to please still enjoy yourselves, take plenty of pictures, post them on social media, and please save the date and join us next year, Saturday, September 25th, live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for your continued support of UNCF and believing in the work that we do.
All right, thank you so much, Tiffany. Now, throughout the program, we're getting ready to head into several different homes to see what's happening live today during the luncheon. So first, let's head over to the home of Tiffany Jones, UNCF Area Development Director. Hey, y'all are looking good.
Thank you.
I see you've got wine in hands. Ready. Cheers. Now, which sorority are we going for? Oh, I see what kind of house that is. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Looking fantastic. They're represented. They even got the babies in pink. They're starting them early. They are starting them early. I love it. Well, let's head on back and let me tell you a little bit about the loyal sponsors that we have that have supported this event. Our silver sponsor, Bank of America, who's a huge supporter of UNCF, both locally and nationally. We value you as a partner and thank you for your continued support of UNCF and all that you do with your employees and everyone here in the community, especially supporting education. Our bronze sponsors, Fifth Third Bank. Fifth Third supports the luncheon every year, and we're excited to have them sponsor this year yet again. Thank you for your commitment to UNCF and HBCUs. Duke Energy, Peabody Natural Gas, and Atrium Health both continue to support our local efforts each year, and we value them as partners, appreciate all they do for the Charlotte community, especially during these challenging times. Our Better Futures virtual event sponsor, PNC Bank, Food Lion, Bright House Financial, Novant Health, Publix Supermarket Charities, ABC Raleigh Durham, AMPA, the Association of Nigerian Physicians in Americas, CBRE, and Q City Metro. We thank each of you for supporting us year after year and being valued community partners. Let's give them all a round of applause. We sincerely appreciate your generosity and commitment to UNCF and the education. Now I would like to welcome to the stage our lovely co-chairs, Margaret Finizzi, Senior Vice President, Wholesale Voice of the Customer Leader at Wells Fargo, and Okeeta Brown, Public Affairs Senior Strategy Consultant at Wells Fargo. Ladies.
Good afternoon. I am Margaret Finizzi, and I'm honored to serve as co-chair for this year's luncheon.
And I am Okeeta Brown, proud alumna of Johnson C. Smith University, a UNCF school. I am also honored to serve as co-chair alongside my colleague and dear friend, the fabulous Mrs. Margaret Finizzi. First and foremost, we want to thank each of you for joining us today. It's been a tough 6 months. However, we continue to persevere and remain encouraged.
I am always amazed, energized, and ready to take on the world when I hear of the accomplishments of the 4 phenomenal UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead. And as we continue down this road to success, it's good to know that we have great role models to guide us along the way. I'm sure most of you are familiar with UNCF and the work they are doing across the country. But for those of you who are not, we want to make sure that you understand the importance of UNCF and why we need your support. UNCF is the nation's largest provider of private educational support to minority students. Founded 75 years ago, their mission remains the same: to build a robust and nationally recognized pipeline of underrepresented students who, because of UNCF's support, become highly qualified college graduates, and to ensure that our network of member institutions are a respected model of best practice in moving students to and through college.
Since inception, UNCF has raised more than $4.7 billion, that's right, billion with a B, to help students get the education they deserve and to assist with operating support for the 37 private historically Black colleges and universities. Today, UNCF awards more than $100 million in scholarships each year. Although UNCF has made great progress over the last 75 years, there is still so much work to be done. For every scholarship UNCF awards, 9 other deserving students are turned down due to lack of resources. So, there's still persistent need to raise more money.
UNCF leadership and employees continue to work hard, and they are committed to serving the needs of students in this time of uncertainty during a global pandemic. This global crisis has brought to light unprecedented challenges, and with your involvement, together, we can help students access technology to continue their studies, assist institutions to respond to emerging crises, and provide emergency financial aid. So we ask that you please make a donation today to help us reach our goal.
Your presence at the Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon is indicative of your belief that HBCUs are imperative. Our schools continue to enroll and graduate a higher percentage of African American students nationwide. They generate 25% of all African American STEM degrees and continue to be the leading producers of African Americans who go on to make an undeniable impact in various industries, classrooms, corporations, hospitals, and communities across this nation and around the world. Our nation needs HBCUs. We must do everything we can to ensure UNCF remains solvent. We need you to continue to invest in UNCF so that it can invest in better futures for our young women and men. So we ask for your support today. No amount is too big or too small. You should have received a message from UNCF on your mobile device. And we ask, encourage, implore everyone, please use the link to make a donation to UNCF today. For those of you in a sorority, we've created a special sorority challenge just for you. Please make your donations toward the end of today's program. Let's see who's going to show up and show out to raise the most dollars for our young, deserving students. And dare I say, obtain bragging rights? It takes a village. So let's be that village and help our students get to and through college.
Thank you for believing in UNCF and for believing that a mind is a terrible thing to waste,
but a wonderful thing to invest in.
Thank you, Margaret and Okita, for your hard work and dedication. Now, apparently, when I was talking about joining Tiffany's home earlier, we were not in her home. So I want to make sure that they get seen because they are looking great. Let's head over to UNCF Area Development Director, Tiffany Jones. Hey, ladies. Looking good, looking good. I was asking, they don't know what sorority's representing over there. Hey. Looks like we got some competition for that sorority challenge. Thank you all for joining us. You look fantastic. All right, that was great. Now, I would now like to introduce you to our UNCF scholar, Miss Maya Logan, who's a native of South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Maya Logan.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maya Logan, and I am delighted to speak today at the virtual luncheon. I first want to start with these sentiments. Do not allow adversity to defeat you, but allow it to empower you. These are the words of my mother, who has been instrumental in my life. It is to the power of these words that I continue to seize every opportunity and move forward with a heart of service. I am a native of Spartanburg, South Carolina, attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill as an honors student, where I am majoring in quantitative biology and public policy with a minor in chemistry. From being the only Black female to graduate from my high school STEM cohort and maintaining a STEM major at UNC, I found community and solace through the Fund 2 Foundation UNCF STEM Scholarship. As a rising freshman, I was concerned of my ability to complete college successfully. However, through the educational resources and mentorship provided by UNCF, I am confident that I can excel academically and professionally. Following the torch of UNCF, A Mind is a Terrible Thing to Waste, I implemented a STEM initiative in South Carolina, encouraging more Black girls to explore STEM, and I plan to expand my STEM advocacy efforts in North Carolina. As a junior, I am the Speaker Pro Tempore of the Undergraduate Senate, and I serve as the Vice Chair on Campus Equality and Student Equity at UNC. I've also had the privilege to intern at Democracy North Carolina and Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights. Students will continue to experience the adverse effects of COVID-19, but your presence here today highlights the importance of our HBCUs and all Black students who will go forward and change our communities, cities, and the world. There are numerous people to thank here today, but I first will start with my mother, who continues to advocate and support me professionally and academically. Secondly, thank you UNCF for investing in me and securing funding for all students so that we can continue our education. I am honored to share my experience at the 18th annual Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon, named after a phenomenal woman who once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." UNCF, thank you for making me feel no dream is unreachable. And this Maya can only hope to be as good as the Maya.
Thank you, Maya. I am sure I speak for the entire group when I say we are truly inspired. Our future leaders are the reason we are here today. And we're excited to have even more people joining us in their home. We're headed over live to the home of Mary Jones, Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon Planning Committee CTE member. Hey, Mary, you there? Hey, y'all are looking good. Looking good.
Hello. Hello there.
You're looking good. Are you feeling good?
Yeah. Marvelous. Feeling great. Because you don't have the screens.
Well, you're looking great. I'm loving these fascinators. Have you been joining us for a while? Many years? Or this your first time?
Many years. Many years.
Well, we appreciate you being here and helping us for a better cause at UNCF.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I just love it. I just love it. Now, it is now my pleasure to welcome UNCF President and CEO, Dr. Michael Lomax. Let's give him a virtual round of applause.
On behalf of UNCF, I wanted to send a warm welcome to all those participating in our first ever virtual Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon. Each year, UNCF Charlotte gathers people together to honor women who are leaders locally, statewide, and nationally. And today we are here for the occasion of the 18th annual Women Who Lead Luncheon. Last year was monumental with the keynote address delivered by Oprah Winfrey, raising $2.3 million thanks to Oprah's matching gift. We are honored to have Susan Taylor serving as today's keynote speaker. Today, we also honor the Divine Nine sorority presidents, who together are making a large impact in the African American community. Thank you to our longtime dedicated partner, Wells Fargo, for serving as our presenting sponsor and all of the other sponsors of this event. I want to thank our scholar, Maya Logan. She is very passionate about mitigating health disparities and bridging the gap between Black women, a topic which is very relevant right now. At UNCF, we are continuing to work tirelessly to ensure the future of HBCUs and guarantee access to higher education for all students. We face an unprecedented time in our history. We are in the middle of two pandemics, the coronavirus and the social injustices that have recently ignited backlash and protests. Every day, COVID-19 exacerbates the challenges our students and institutions must overcome. During even normal times, our HBCUs face a funding gap and work hard to stretch every dollar to make them count. Since the onset of coronavirus pandemic, UNCF has worked tirelessly to address the critical emergency needs of our member HBCUs and their students. In these times of catastrophe and daily crisis, we must continue to educate our students for the challenges ahead. And today we are seeking support for students in North Carolina who are struggling through all of the challenges these unprecedented situations have brought forth. And let's remember our HBCUs particularly. Johnson C. Smith University, Livingstone College, Bennett College, St. Augustine's University, and Shaw University. They need our support now more than ever. UNCF's work on behalf of HBCUs and their students is inextricably intertwined with the ongoing Black struggle for our citizenship rights, privileges, and protections. And we must ensure that our HBCUs are not merely sustained, but now, more than ever before, are fueled and strengthened for the work ahead. In the words of Maya Angelou, history, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. UNCF is up for this challenge, and we need your support now more than ever. We will persevere together with courage thanks to our partners, donors, and friends like you who make our work possible and believe in our mission.
Thank you, Dr. Lomax. That was a powerful message and so important for us to continue to give back to our community. Next, I would like to introduce a local favorite, President of Johnson C. Smith, Clarence Armbruster.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Stacy, for that introduction. I bring you greetings from 100 Beatties Ford Road in the historic West End of Charlotte, North Carolina, from majestic Biddle Hall on the campus of Johnson C. Smith University. The support of UNCF scholarships throughout those years has been able to keep the JCSU promise to thousands of graduates who, like Maya, who spoke earlier, upon graduation, are able to think critically, communicate effectively, work independently as well as collaboratively, and most importantly, are able to demonstrate not only competence, but excellence in their chosen field. And during these trying times of what I refer to as the tri-calamities of the pandemic, which has kept us apart, global economic disruption, which increases the financial burden on our students and their families, and the reawakening of America to its failure to promote racial and social justice in the wake of repeated moments of senseless violence that have turned those moments into movements. UNCF has been a tireless and forceful advocate before the federal government, corporate, and other philanthropic organizations, securing hundreds of millions of dollars to support its member institutions like JCSU and other HBCUs. So thank you, UNCF, and thanks to all of you here today, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in.
Thank you, President Armbruster. We appreciate you and Dr. Lomax for being with us today and leading with greatness. Now, UNCF has wholeheartedly embraced social media and invite you to join our virtual photo booth. Yeah, you heard that right, virtual photo booth called Fancy Flash Photo Booth to commemorate this special event. You should have received a text message and an email with information on how to upload your photos. So please take pictures in your home, post them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat using the hashtag UNCF Charlotte and hashtag MAWWLL. That's Maya Angelou, Woman Who Lead. Now, just to break away for a second, let's take about 2 seconds to go ahead and snap a photo because we want you to pay attention to the entire program, all right? Get your phones out and great. You look great. Let's continue. Don't forget that the fancy flash photo booth will be open until 11 p.m. tonight. So if you take your pictures, you can still have time to upload them after the program is over. Remember to continue to donate. We want everyone with us today to consider making a donation to help our students get the education they deserve, okay? It is my honor to introduce a woman we all know and love, Miss Georgette Gigi Dixon, Head of External Relations at Wells Fargo. Gigi?
Hello, I'm Gigi Dixon, and it's my pleasure to bring you greetings from Wells Fargo, a steadfast UNCF supporter through many years. This is our 10th consecutive year with Wells Fargo, serving as presenting sponsor of the UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon. Since 2010, Wells Fargo has provided over $13 million in support of UNCF scholarships and programming. Our support of UNCF includes sponsorship of UNCF's Empower Me Tour, the Student Leadership Conference, and the Silicon Valley Innovation Summit. Another point of pride is that Wells Fargo has provided over $22.5 million in direct support to HBCUs since 2010, and our company places a special emphasis on recruiting HBCU students. To be responsive to students impacted by challenges related to COVID-19, our Wells Fargo Foundation funding has allowed UNCF to offer emergency grants to offset the cost of tuition, fees, room and board, and books for students who are attending an HBCU. I am honored to know that my company, Wells Fargo, is committed to making actionable investments to address challenges like COVID-19 and opportunities like investing in UNCF schools and students. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't visited the virtual mall to shop with a purpose today, please take a moment to visit the mall. They have everything from hats to Greek paraphernalia and even spa treatments for the ladies and the gentlemen. So remember, it's been a tough year for our UNCF schools and for small minority-owned businesses. So let's do our part. Let's buy something fabulous. I'm sure there's something there waiting just for you in the UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead virtual mall. So on behalf of my Wells Fargo colleagues and our leaders, thank you for your participation in today's event. Let's go have some fun. Yes, yes, yes. Now, what a fabulous day and what an awesome celebration of leadership and service. I am so thrilled to celebrate our Divine Nine sorority leaders, and I've been a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated since 1980 on the campus of Tennessee State University, Dr. Glover. Congratulations to you all. Now I need to stay on task, and what a wonderful task it is. Susan L. Taylor. She's no stranger to any of us who have celebrated Black excellence in women who have placed an indelible mark on our lives through mind, body, and spirit teachings, writings, programs that have enriched us all. Susan is truly a shero for us, and all of her wonderful work has been truly impactful across the globe, not just in the United States, but across the globe. It's my honor to introduce her today. She's an American editor, writer, and journalist, philanthropist, advocate, and source of wisdom for leaders and communities. She served as editor-in-chief of Essence from 1981 through the year 2000 and was known as the most influential Black woman in journalism and print media. Born in Harlem, New York, Susan's roots are from St. Kitts. She grew up in East Harlem in an entrepreneurial family. Her father had a clothing store, and her core is one of spiritual belief, courage, and yes, wisdom. Susan has blazed a trail for us, including her most recent endeavor as editor-in-chief emeritus for Essence and CEO and founder of the National Cares Network. After the devastating effect of Hurricane Katrina, Susan challenged her network of friends, family, and corporate philanthropists to build the National Cares Mentoring Network, a pioneering community galvanizing movement dedicated to alleviating intergenerational poverty among African Americans. It offers our Black children in low-income families and unstable communities the societal, emotional, and academic supports they need to unleash their potential and graduate from high school prepared to take on the world. When we asked Susan to speak at this event, she said, "Of course, Gigi, I wouldn't think of anything better to do on this day." So if you're not aware of the importance of mentoring, sponsorship, and just reaching out to engaging our young people who are our future, take a look at Susan's network. Meanwhile, Dr. Lomax mentioned it in his remarks. It's truly an honor to be here today, and it's truly an honor to be here in the spirit with a phenomenal woman indeed, my friend, my soror, Susan L. Taylor.
You know, hello. I'm so happy to you today. And my heart is full because I'm thinking about our stallion of a sister, my beloved friend, Dr. Maya Angelou. And she would often say, "It is my great fortune with that phenomenal voice of hers to be born Black and woman." Well, Sister Maya, she just loved us all. All were part of her tribe, all races, all genders, the high and the humble. I do miss her. I miss her so much. And my deep gratitude to Wells Fargo's Senior VP, my friend Gigi Dixon. Thank you, Gigi, for inviting me to speak at the annual UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon. What a mouthful. Oh, yes. And when we women show up, virtually or in person, our power just shines through. And when we all work together well, strategically, and as hard as Gigi told me today's co-chairs have, the resources flow. So congratulations to you, Okita Brown and Margaret Fenizet, for this wonderful virtual gathering. I wish I could see everybody. Today is about the important work of our lives, some of the most important work, seeing our babies through. Yes, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Today's virtual Maya Angelou luncheon shines the light on the illustrious leaders of our 4 major Black sororities, all founded in the early 20th century. Alpha Kappa Alpha, founded on the campus of Howard University in 1908. Delta Sigma Theta, I'm an honorary Delta, also founded at Howard University in 1913. Zeta Phi Beta, you guessed it, Howard University in 1920. And Sigma Gamma Rho in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the predominantly white Butler University during segregation in 1922 by 7 young educators. All these stories, they're worth knowing, the founding of our sororities. Our past affirms that we're not at the mercy of outside forces. We are our own masters, even when we don't feel like we're standing strong. It is a falsehood of our invention, that we are ever alone. Human and divine, the Holy Spirit is always, always present within us and as us. Life is a miracle and a mystery. When Black women could count on no one else to defend us, we could always count on a sister to have our back, and that God's grace is our back. Practicing the presence is the goal. With every breath, practicing the presence of God in you. These are trying times for all of us, for sure. And the wisdom of the Holy Spirit, it is innate. It is forever flowing. In the quiet, we can tune our ears so we hear that still small voice that we cannot ever capture in the everyday of our overscheduled lives. Overscheduled even while shuttering during this pandemic. Make time to be still. Have intimate conversations with the living spirit within. By whatever name you may call the divinity, God, Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, ask questions about the next chapter of your life. How to make the most of where you are right now. What you might shift in your life so that your critical needs are attended to. Not only your wants and desires, but your needs. The spirit within is always, it's omnipresent. always there. It's the breath of life in us awaiting connection. You know, we have to put down our phones, close our computers, learn to quiet ourselves, and listen to that wise inner voice that we cannot hear when the cacophony of the world is beating at our door, when there is beeping and buzzing and shouting and busyness all around us. You have to make time for yourself. Cherish yourself. Self-care is a new concept for Black women. All of us, baby boomers, Gen Xers, and millennials, all of us. You know, we have to practice it without apology or hesitation. Practice to avoid the stress-induced illnesses that robbed our foremothers of their health. Sister Maya once cautioned me. She said, you know, I know you're overworking. The time that you spend hunkered down at your computer is as important as the time you take to rest and renew. I think she said it the other way, to take the rest and renew is as important as the time you spend hunkered down over your computer. Well, I'm trying. This bridge that's called my back has been the Black woman's story. Marsha Ann Gillespie, the brilliant editor-in-chief of Essence magazine, who really created the foundation that I built upon with a phenomenal team. I always have to lift them up, such hard-working, brilliant people. Marsha Ann wrote these words of truth about Black women. She wrote them in the foreword of Fierce Angels, a book by the great scholar Dr. Sherry Parks. Marsha wrote that we have named her Strong Black Woman, and her roots extend farther back and way beyond the crucible of our American experience, back to the sacred dark feminine, the powerful giver of life and protection, whose wrath was as mighty as her love. Back to that fierce, loving, relentless many named Black She, at the core of the earliest creation stories of the world. The great She who mothers the waters and births humankind. The mythic She and male-centered theologies sought to erase. The She who got hijacked by Western culture to serve its own ends. Time and time again, the needs of others have been superimposed on us as Black women. The need to believe that a Black woman will love you come rain or come shine, no matter how heavy the burden, we can shoulder it. That we are naturally more resilient, that mothering and self-sacrifice are second nature to us, and that we are called to be of service to others. That we will bear the shield, strong Black woman. She is flesh and blood real, myth and fiction, fact and lie. We've been schooled by the stories about her. Schooled, you know, seen her in action. We have witnessed her in our sisters. Sometimes we see her looking back at us in the mirror and we smile. At other times we shudder. Sometimes we call her forth. Other times she just rises up when we least expect her. Times when we say exactly what we feel. Times when the only somebody willing to do it, take a stand, stare the devil down, challenge the status quo, raise hell, love mightily, be a generous spirit, break new ground, and yes, get the people out to vote is us. You know, since our arrival throughout the Western Hemisphere, Black girls and women, we've borne the weight of others' avarice and greed. Enslaved alongside our Black boys and men, our bodies and our beauty, they have both been defiled. You know, Black women picked the cotton, we bore the lash, we nursed our enslavers. Capitalized America's wealth and might with hundreds of years of uncompensated labor. We risked our lives for our own freedom and for others' freedom. We have to know our history and we have to preserve it because no one else will. Black women helped to build churches and we built businesses and banks and the Black Women's Club movement just 40 years after emancipation. Black women are the bearers of our history, passed down from mother to child. Before the first Black histories were even written, Black women drew upon a greater power, beyond what could be seen, a knowing so deep that God and the ancestors would see them through. If they had a plan, walk on water faith, and their eyes fixed on justice, we would win. That's the story of Nanny in Jamaica, who fought off the British soldiers and kept them at bay, led her people to the mountains, the Maroons, and she was never captured. It's Sojourner Truth, born into slavery in 1797 in upstate New York, escaped with her infant daughter in 1826. In 1828, she went to court to recover her son and became the first Black woman to win such a case against a white man. Justice. Elevate Harriet Tubman, who escaped slavery in Maryland. Now, where did Harriet Tubman find such courage to continuously return to slave territory to lead our people to freedom? Let us know their stories, be assured and strengthened by them, and support the sister scholars who unearthed them, preserved them. No fierce angels, Ida B. Wells Barnett, Mary McLeod Bethune, my shero, Rosa Parks, Dr. Dorothy Irene Height, my beloved friend she was, Fannie Lou Hamer, Shirley Chisholm, my good friend, my Barbadian sister, Angela Davis, and so many more, including fierce angel Kamala Harris, who now stands strong on their shoulders with a jackhammer and a smile, and within reach of the ultimate glass ceiling. It's long overdue, but historic and timely. Anna Julia Cooper comes to mind, born in Raleigh, North Carolina in 1858, educated at Oberlin and the Sorbonne. She wrote these profound words in 1886. Only the Black woman can say when and where I enter. Then and there, the whole race enters with me. She was just 28 years old. We women, we get weary. As Brother Otis Redding said, we get weary, and at times I feel overwhelmed by the myriad of responsibilities on my overflowing platter and the challenges of poverty that are derailing our children's futures. The harms done to Black people over the centuries continue to traumatize us all. That is why the National Cares Mentoring Movement created a consciousness-changing manual, the 140-page restorative curriculum, A New Way Forward, Healing What's Hurting Black America. We gathered a brain trust of more than 60 renowned leaders in education, public policy, medicine, exercise, nutrition, and other well-known protocols to help move us toward awareness of how our hurt, our sadness, depression, the self-denial, we rarely name it or even recognize it, but it's internalized. They prevent us from caring well for ourselves and our vulnerable children. Today, 46% of our babies live in poverty. This is insane. It's insane that the offspring of the people enslaved for more than 250 years and whose uncompensated labor made America the richest country on this earth, whose free labor built the wealth of the Western Hemisphere, its most prestigious universities and museums and grand palaces and boulevards, that today their offspring would struggle in poverty? Oh no, not in the country in which our people joined with tribal nations and the colonizers in winning the fight for independence. Not in the nation whose Declaration of Independence, penned by Thomas Jefferson in 1776, and that is called an immortal declaration that all people are created equal and endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The coronavirus has stripped the covers off poverty, and the videos illuminate the legalized, brutal realities that African Americans have lived with throughout the generations. Just blessings to the masses of multiracial and multi-generational justice advocates issuing a clarion call for change. We can make it happen. We can win this war for equity, but not with a weary, overwhelmed army. I will. It is both a declaration and a command. I am speaking to myself as fervently as I'm speaking to you, my sisters and brothers. I know you all are there too. I will claims our power to choose. Choose to give yourself to yourself before you give yourself away. Attending to your wellness is paramount. It supersedes taking care of all others, your children, parents, mates, friends, and your work. Mastermind poet and scholar Audre Lorde, a sister I just love so much and miss, told us that caring for ourselves is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation and an act of political warfare. Whew. Create a daily nurturing ritual, a ritual that restores what day-to-day living depletes. Include quiet time with your notepad and a pen. If I don't write it down, it's as good as gone. Include a cardio exercise. You don't have to go out. You can move your feet or sit in a chair if you can't. Get up and move in lockstep. Not in lockstep, but watching the morning news. You can lift your knees and march in place. You have to keep your heart strong. You want cardiovascular stimulation. And stretch in all directions. Stretch. I've been sitting much too much during this time of being shut in. You want to be flexible. We have to remain flexible all the years of our lives. And watch your mind and mind your mouth. Words can slay, and you can't recall them like an email. Learn to love goodness, not fine. The gifts are on the inside. And we have to be forgiving. We all mess up. Forgive yourself for your missteps. Work at it. And let go of any anger you are holding. That requires work too. Anger, bitterness, they don't do anything to the person who you're feeling them toward. They destroy the host. So while these are trying times, let us remember that this is as good as it has been for Black women and men. The most difficult days are behind us. And when we are aware of our history, we forsake untruths about ourselves. Each of us is a divine original, beautiful and complete. Teach that to the children. Sisters, teach our boys to revere the Black woman's beauty, to understand how we've been taught to hate our color, our hair, our lips, our hips. Teach the boys that to negate chocolate skin, sisters, is to affirm self-hatred. It's to slap your ancestral mother, our ancestral mothers, in the face. What a blessing it is to be here in the now time, even with this virus that has caused us to shudder, and to reflect and reset as the planet cleanses itself. The Holy Spirit is asking us to do the same, I believe, to reorder our lives, to make each breath one of gratitude, that we are among the most educated and privileged people of African ancestry anywhere in the world. Food, clean water, shelter. Let's not take any of God's gifts, God's grace, for granted. We were born for this hour, human and divine. The more we honor our divinity, the more we believe in it, the greater our inner strength grows, and also our wisdom and clarity. The deeper our relationship with God, the more fortified we feel to withstand life's ongoing, never-ending challenges. The more centered we are in God's unchanging love for us, the more courageously we venture forth. So, okay, sisters, forward march. Thank you for inviting me, and God bless you.
Thank you all for taking a quick break with us. I hope you're able to run to the restroom real fast or re-up on that mimosa that you've been sipping on all afternoon. Thank you so much to Miss Taylor. That was such an amazing message. Self-care is so important to each of us in our daily lives, and simply knowing that we can unmute it that much better. And thank you, Gigi, for all that you do in supporting not only UNCF, but HBCUs. All right, we are into the Johnson Powell, my Angelou Woman Who Lead Planning CTE member. Rhonda, we saw you pop in a couple times. How are you? You are looking fantastic. Yes, those are feathers. We got
yes.
Yes, those are feathers. Those look great. How are you feeling right now?
I feel excited. I'm here. I have 11 beautiful ladies with me that have come out to support our cause to help raise money for UNCF. They are fabulous. They're here in their hats. We also have a wonderful cake, and it's filled with hats. So I want to show you that, and I want to show you guys the ladies as well. So here's the cake.
Yes, please.
Can you see it?
Yes, that is amazing. Is it edible too, or is it just for show?
It's edible. It's red velvet. So it's actual cake with hats.
Yeah.
So we have that. And here are the ladies. Here are my ladies. Say hi, ladies.
Hey.
Hello. Hello.
I need y'all to save me a plate. Well,
we had quite a seafood spread too.
I see. Well, thank you all for joining us this afternoon and making a donation to UNCF. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
All righty.
I don't know. I haven't seen a spread like that since last year. I'm telling you, Thanksgiving. All right. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. It is now time to honor 4 very special women who have made an incredible impact on the lives of Black females around the world. These women have shown extraordinary leadership abilities along with passion and commitment to infusing excellence for their sororities. Presenting our 2020 UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead honorees. First up is Dr. Glenda Baskin Glover, International President of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Dr. Glover leads the prestigious 112-year-old organization of nearly 300,000 members and over 1,000 chapters located all over the world. Professionally, Dr. Glover serves as president of Tennessee State University, her beloved alma mater, and is the institution's 8th and first female president.
Being recognized as a Maya Angelou Women Who Lead honoree is exciting, and I am extremely honored. This is one of the most significant awards I have received in my professional life. It is very special to me because I really love working with the sisterhoods and the brotherhoods. It's like-minded leaders who work together for common goals and solve problems that largely affect African Americans, just as Maya Angelou did. Serving as International President and Chief Executive Officer of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, one of the Divine Nine, is a privilege that I don't take lightly. Leadership is no more than a privilege to serve. It is like-minded leaders who collaborate, all 9 of us, the sororities and the fraternities. It is a true honor to be able to make change across communities throughout the nation. The biggest issue facing our students today, well, it's easy to say is funding, and of course funding is an issue. But I believe the biggest issue facing higher education today is the lack of a solid advocacy base in the Black community. HBCUs need strong advocates to help fight against the policies that harm us. Unfortunately, there is systemic and institutional racism, which continue to create barriers that limit students of color from advancing to their fullest capacity. That limits their salaries, their positions, their advancement. So we need advocates and those who promote and believe in HBCUs. My biggest accomplishment as International President and Chief Executive Officer of Alpha Kappa Alpha has been my ability to expand educational possibilities for higher education. Alpha Kappa Alpha has an exciting HBCU initiative in which we raise money for HBCU endowments. It's one thing to make a contribution to a university, but it's altogether different when you contribute to an endowment. As an HBCU president, serving as president of Tennessee State University, I can definitely tell you that HBCUs need to increase their endowments. Endowments represent sustainability. HBCUs need sustainability. We're contributing during my 4-year term as international president $50,000 to $100,000 to each 4-year HBCU. And we're contributing $1 million to UNCF to help educate future generations. Education is power, and education is empowering. Well, Alpha Kappa Alpha addressed social injustice from the beginning, from our founding in 1908. In fact, the first social justice action was Alpha Kappa Alpha seeing the need to come together and form a sorority to advance opportunities for women and girls and to address the social injustice of the day. That took a tremendous amount of vision, courage, and determination. 112 years later, we're still here affecting social justice. The best piece of advice I received from my father is to trust God and to be kind and treat people as you would want to be treated yourself. That's the best advice he gave me.
Our next honoree is my soror, Beverly Evans Smith, National President and CEO of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ms. Smith has led the organization through the restructure of its headquarters operation, focused in strengthening its brand, social media presence, and ensuring its initiatives remain relevant to the current needs of its members and the communities it serves. She also served as the organization's National First Vice President, National Secretary, and was previously employed as Delta Sigma Theta's Executive Director.
Hi, I'm Beverly Smith, National President and CEO, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Well, let me first of all thank UNCF, an incredible organization that does such wonderful work in regard to education. I could not be more pleased and honored to be able to receive this award. And to have an award named after Maya Angelou, oh wow. The woman herself who embodies empowerment, who wrote poetry like I Rise, phenomenal woman. Books like I Know Why the Cage Birds Sing, which I remember buying in college, and I understand it was 50 years old last year. Seems incredible. I still have that original book. But I'm so excited and pleased and humbled to be able to receive this recognition, and thank UNCF for all they do. It is an incredible experience. You think you know a lot until you get in a position where you really are leading in a different way. I have, led in a corporate environment and in a nonprofit work environment, but it's exciting, it's humbling, it is some days nerve-wracking, but the things that we get to do, the energy we get to put into the environment that we're in today and the chance to lead that is truly a humbling experience that I thank God for every day. It wears you out, but the fact that we're in the setting that we're in today means that it needs strong leadership, and I feel I can provide that. The SOARs, my Deltas, are always with me. They give me feedback. I love the feedback that I get. We try and meet the needs of our sorority, but the needs of the community. My mantra when I came into this position was joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our heart. And that joy in our sisterhood not only extends to Deltas, but the other sisters that we have, the women out there that we need to try and provide joy and empowerment for. Power in our heart, what better time I get excited thinking about it. To be able to lead an organization where we have such strength in need, when we need to talk about social action, when we need to make sure that our voices are heard in communities. And I get a chance to lead that. God has graced me with that opportunity, and with all the good and bad that goes with it, and the mountains we have to climb in terms of who we all are in leadership in the African American community. I feel honored and humbled to do it. I'm excited when I see my sisters and get a chance to hug them, which I can't do right now in the environment we're in, but we get a chance to meet virtually. They give me feedback and are excited when we do the kinds of things that we need to do. It is a pleasure, it is a joy, it's an honor, but it is an incredible responsibility that I do not take lightly. Delta Sigma Theta's involvement in social action and in trying to end social injustice has gone on since its beginning. In 1913, we were the first organization to march together as a unit in the suffragette march, along with white women who were trying to get the right to vote. Even though we couldn't get it, Delta Sigma Theta as a Black women's group stood in front of and for them for that right to vote. You know, our history and the names associated with us in terms of women who are Delta kind of speak to Delta's role. Dorothy Height, Mary Bacall Bethune, Fannie Lou Hamer, Daisy Bates, Amelia Boynton on Selma in terms of making sure that Martin Luther King to work with us, Loretta Lynch, Alexis Herman, the 7 women that we currently have in Congress. Delta Sigma Theta is you know, social action's in our DNA. It's what we do every day. You know, I can look at that in 2 different ways. I have to say, my children and my grandchildren are truly motivate and inspire me. You know, they are so much fun to be with, but I know they look up to me. I know they know what I do. My daughter, who's a Delta, shares with her daughter, you know, the importance of what grandma does every day. And I think, but beyond that, when you look at social action, I kind of go back to that. What inspires me and motivates me to make sure this world is better, that what we do in this country is better, that our empowerment is better, is the fact that we have to leave this to others behind us. And the fact that I look at those children and I look at the college students that we have in our sorority, those that you sponsor in UNCF, and the potential that they have, and the potential that this country has for them, that motivates me to want to do the best job I can as a leader. It motivates me to try and make sure that I don't do things that are untoward that they would see, that would kind of put them off from the future. The fact that they see us trying to overcome adversity on a regular basis and sharing the fact that we've overcome, all of us, adversity is something that inspires them because they know that there is something beyond what they're seeing today.
Our next honoree is Valerie Hollingsworth Baker, International Centennial President of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Ms. Baker became a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated in 1982 and has remained a member of Delta Mu Zeta chapter since her induction. She currently serves the sorority as its 25th international president and is a Diamond Life member. She has received numerous awards for her sorority and has also been recognized in the International Who's Who of Information and Technology and Outstanding Woman of America publications.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am deeply honored to be recognized as a Maya Angelou Woman Who Leads Lifetime Achievement honoree. Thank you, UNCF, for this award and Wells Fargo for supporting this auspicious occasion. I am the International Centennial President of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and it is a privilege that I do not take lightly. So I want to recognize all the wonderful women of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority who have supported me along my journey. One of the founding principles of our sorority is scholarship, and like Dr. Maya Angelou, Zeta is a huge advocate for education. Just this past June, in partnership with our National Educational Foundation, Zeta awarded its first $100,000 scholarship in recognition of our founder, Arizona Cleaver Stemmons. This was especially important for me, that Zeta not merely support, but invest in the college career of a deserving student to remove any financial burdens that would prohibit her from reaching her dreams. Maya Angelou stated, "When you learn, teach. When you get, give." Therefore, it is so important that Zeta and the Divine Nine community support UNCF so that more scholars have access to a college education and members' institutions are equipped to be a viable option for them to pursue their careers. Therefore, we should always remember that the leaders of tomorrow are just a scholarship away. So thank you again, UNCF, for this recognition and all you do to invest in a better future for our young people.
Our final honoree is Deborah Catching-Smith, 24th International President of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Ms. Catching-Smith also served as Executive Officer, and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. She's responsible for sorority operations, along with leading more than 100,000 members in more than 500 chapters. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Catching-Smith.
What an honor. I am truly grateful to be recognized by the United Negro College Fund during today's historic virtual luncheon. I extend a special thank you to my sorors, the women of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. We were founded nearly 98 years ago by 7 educators. And like UNCF, we advocate, promote, and encourage achievements in scholarship and service. For 41 years, I developed my leadership skills serving in various roles at all levels of the sorority. This training proved vital over the years in my professional life as well. Today, I celebrate 31 years in the financial services industry and currently serve as Vice President, Operational Risk Management Governance at Citi. There are countless programs and initiatives I have led and supported over these 41 years. I am proudest of our signature program, SWIM 1922. Named for the year we were founded, for 8 years, we have provided free water safety and swim clinics in partnership with USA Swimming. We are saving lives. This groundbreaking initiative has helped decrease drowning rates by 5%. As president, I worked to expand the program. In 2017, we were the presenting sponsor for the FINA World Junior Swimming Championships. Last year, we negotiated a partnership with John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City. Funds were used to build a pool at the university for students and the community. There is now swimming instruction and clinics for the neighboring community and students. In support of our social justice agenda, students are providing research and assistance. To drive home our desire to get African American youth to learn to swim, we created the tagline, "Swimming is a superpower," and a children's poster and activity pages complete with SWIM 1922 superheroes. Here we tell the untold stories of African and African American swimmers. I am humbled to join the phenomenal women being honored today. We are sisters. We are friends. Congratulations, my sisters. Being recognized as a UNCF Maya Angelou Women Who Lead honoree inspires me to aim even higher and serve as a role model for others. Thank you.
Please join me in giving our 2020 honoree. Congratulations, ladies, and thank you for being an example of phenomenal women who lead. Next, I would like to introduce a special visitor with us today, Dr. Paulette Dillard, President of Shaw University.
Thank you, Stacy. As the 18th president of the historic Shaw University,
located in vibrant downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, that for the past 155 years has been dedicated to providing African-American students with access to opportunities that will lead them to a brighter future. I would like to thank you for supporting the United Negro College Fund, Shaw University, and all of our historically Black colleges and universities. Your generous gifts to UNCF are what enable us to do this great work that is made more challenging by the impact of COVID-19 and systematic racism on our campus communities. Your recognition of 4 amazing women who lead Divine Nine sororities and your financial support of UNCF are evidences of the amazing legacy and lasting impact of Dr. Maya Angelou, who eloquently admonishes us still today. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. Because a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dillard. Now I would like to introduce you to someone special before we move to our live portion of the program. Please welcome Maya Angelou's grandson, Elliot Jones.
Hello, everybody. My name is Elliot Jones. I am the grandson of Dr. Maya Angelou, and I'm honored to be here today to welcome you to the 18th annual Dr. Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon, the first virtual one. Normally, we would all be together in Charlotte. There would be music, laughter, joy, and today you're going to get all of that from the comfort of your home in this computer screen. I'd like to first thank the UNCF Charlotte, Wells Fargo, and all the corporate sponsors, as well as the staff that have worked hard to make today a huge success. As I begin to close out my welcome, I'd like to leave you with what is currently my favorite quote of my grandmother. If one is lucky, a solitary fantasy can transform 1 million realities. Your work and your commitment to our youth is what we will honor today. These amazing leaders from the Divine Nine is who we will celebrate today. And we have been blessed by one hell of a keynote. I mean church, y'all, from my incomparable auntie, Miss Susan Taylor. And of course, that Hatitude Hat competition. Now, I may have a few minutes left or a few seconds, but my grandmother taught me when you have the microphone, they very rarely cut you off mid-sentence. So not to be outdone with all the amazing hats I've seen all day, I dug out one myself so that I could just fit in a little bit with the whole crew out there in Charlotte and all over the world. So without any further delay, on behalf of the UNCF Charlotte, let me fix that a little bit. I see all the sisters looking at me funny. On behalf of UNCF Charlotte, the CARES National CARES Mentoring Program, the Dr. Maya Angelou Foundation, which you can visit us and learn more at drmayaangeloufoundation.org. We want to celebrate with all of you this afternoon. Welcome, God bless, and I'm going to echo what everyone else has said. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a phenomenal thing to invest in. Hats off to you ladies. Happy Saturday. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. We are loving your energy, your commitment to UNCF, and that hat. I'm telling you, that could work for me too. I might need to borrow that this fall. I hope that you all have enjoyed the program thus far, and now it's the time to stand up and get ready. Turn up your music a little bit for the remainder of our event. If you've attended our live event, then you know that the Hatitude competition is one of the highlights of the program. Before we move to the long-awaited Hatitude competition, I'd like to thank everyone for just joining us today. We hope that this virtual event, although different, will allow you to have a little bit of fun while giving funds for a great cause. We felt that it was only right to have a sorority challenge since we were honoring the Divine Nine sorority presidents, and now each sorority has countless members with us today. Before we move on, let's just see where our sorority challenge has landed us. I've got my trusted sister sending me over some numbers. here. Let's see. Currently, we have the AKAs in the lead, followed by DST. So it looks like they're trying to maintain that first family lead there, but there is still time. We have until the end of the program until we'll announce the winner. And remember, there is bragging rights. So make sure that you call your sisters on your phone, send them a text message, conversate in the chat on the side, and make sure you're donating to UNCF during this program. All right, so if you haven't donated yet, even if you're not a part of a sorority, we encourage you to donate now as a part of Me Find Me, and no amount is too big or too small. Every penny helps. So let's raise some money today for our students. Y'all with me? I don't know if I heard you right. I think I need the help of some of these sorority presidents to help me out. Let's check in with Sora Beverly Evans Smith.
Hey, how are you, Sora Mitchell? It's good to see you.
Doing good, doing good.
Good. So I'm challenging. I hit the button. I did my donation personally this morning, and I'm looking to everybody do. Thank you to NCNW for this incredible award. It's good to be here with you today. I appreciate you all. Thank you, my Soras, and love you. And let's make sure we support NUCF. Oh my goodness.
It's a mouthful. Congratulations on your honor from UNCF. We got that right. We got it right. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have joining us Deborah Catching-Smith to help pump up our Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated members online today. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, and thank you so much, Stacy. You're doing an awesome job as our Mistress of Ceremonies. This has been a fabulous day to celebrate women, but also to support our HBCUs. And thank you again to UNCF. Sigma Gamma Rho Sorors, let's make it happen. Make your donations. I've made mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we see the numbers ticking up. Next, we've got Valerie Hollingsworth Baker online, representing Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. How are you? Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Stacey. It's been wonderful. I'm just so pumped up and excited this afternoon. You have been absolutely awesome. The program has been awesome. I just want to say that I am just so humble and honored that this award was bestowed upon me, because it makes sense. It's about scholarship. It's about making sure that our young people get through college. So Zetas, wherever you are, pick up your phone, pick up your tablet, go on your laptop, and make your donation, because this is for scholarship. Thank you so very much.
Yes, thank you. And next, we've got in the lead the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated members now, Dr. Glenda Glover. How are you feeling over there?
Stacey, first of all, you are amazing. I think you are auditioning for a new career. Well, Alpha Kappa Alpha and HBCUs, we have this great, fantastic relationship. We just raised $1.5 million on Monday in one day on behalf of HBCUs, and since they're almost equally divided between private and public, we're giving. So we want to put that $1 million as a sustainability effort, as endowment for HBCUs. But since that's in our DNA, we're asking all members of Alpha Kappa Alpha continue to give. You were giving all weekend, all Sunday, Monday. Don't stop now. Continue to give. It's for as an HBCU president, I know how badly this money is needed. So I'm asking from the standpoint of a college president as well as a sorority president. Let's give until it just helps us to give, and then give some more. Thank you.
Yes, shake out that penny jar you got in the closet and make sure you donate. Thank you all to you national presidents. We appreciate you. We honor you today and appreciate your commitment to UNCF and student education. If you haven't donated yet and haven't already been inspired, make sure that you please do so now. COVID-19 has had a huge impact on our students, and they need us more now than ever. So please donate. Any amount will help. And remember that if you donate more than $150 today during the event, you'll receive a complimentary access to a virtual cooking demonstration featuring celebrity chef Carla Hall live. Okay? You might just have a full spread like we saw at Rhonda's house, okay? So please refresh your drinks and get ready to have some fun, because now allow me to introduce our Hatitude co-chairs, Shannon Jones and Gigi Dixon, to kick off the Hatitude competition.
Good afternoon. I'm Shannon Jones, and let me just say it is amazing to have all of you virtually participating in our event. I love, love, love this part of the program because there are so many unique hats showcased every year, and the historic symbolism is powerful. I'm co-chairing Hatitude with Ms. Gigi Dixon. Gigi, did you realize that wearing hats isn't just about fashion, but it's a tradition that has both spiritual and cultural significance?
Oh, yes, absolutely, Shannon. Not only did I realize that hats have spiritual and cultural significance, but hats are also considered a woman's crown, and they symbolize triumph over hardship. Worshiping in hats has been passed down through the years in the Black church, and a proper hat covers the crown. So let's take a look at what history has brought us.
Hats have evolved into an art form, beautifully fabricated and decorated, adorned with feathers, delicate lace, ribbons, flowers, sparkling rhinestones, and more. Colorful, wide-brimmed hats. So Gigi, over the years, these hats have been fantastic.
Oh, I certainly do agree. I certainly agree. They are truly a symbol of identity, pride, and joy. In the spirit of our Hatitude competition, we're looking for the total package. And Shannon, you know, the hat, the outfit, the attitude, and the confidence, they all count. So here we are in 2020, we're doing it again.
Yes. So today we are showcasing the creativity and the uniqueness. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you Hatitude 2020. So get ready to cast your votes online to select this year's winners of the following categories. The first category is whimsical, playfully quaint or fanciful, especially in an appealing or an amusing way, the whimsical hat. The second category is most original, non-traditional, authentic, innovative, one of a kind, the most original hat. The third category is fascinator, a fine head covering typically made from wool or lace, but mostly feathers. It is usually a large hair decoration on a band or a clip with elaborate trimmings, the fascinator. And the fourth and final category is the baddest hat in the room. The baddest, the best, supreme in status, the toughest, the coolest, the baddest hat. So Gigi, how are entries this year?
Oh, Shannon. We had some amazing entries this year, which made the selection process really challenging. The good news is we have an excellent Hatitude committee. These ladies put in the time to make sure we selected the most compelling hats for each category. So let's get on with it, Shannon.
Yes, Gigi. So just a quick reminder, if you haven't joined chat, please do so now. On the right side of your screen, where it says join chat, please enter your name, click to accept terms, and then click join. When it's time to vote, you will see a blue button at the bottom right side of your screen. Click it to vote. So first up, we have the whimsical Hatitude Showcase. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please introduce to you our whimsical category contestants. Contestant number 1, out of Hampton, Georgia, we bring you Sandra Harris. Oh, love it, love it. Let's work it. Okay. Contestant number 2, out of Malden, South Carolina, Angel Pendergrass. And last but not least, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, we bring you Alachi Thomas. You've seen the contestants, so the voting poll will appear on your screen. I will give you 30 seconds to cast your vote on the winner. Thank you once again to all the contestants. Let's vote, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Make sure we vote. Look for that little blue button, bottom of your screen. And let's see, hopefully we will have a winner identified soon. And the winner of the Whimsical Attitude Showcase is contestant number 2, Angel Pendergrass out of Malden, South Carolina.
Hi.
Thank you, Angel. Great job. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. So now let's move on to the next category. Next category is the most original. So we have contestant number 1 out of Houston, Texas. Is Mrs. Roslyn Bazell. Let's show them what you have, Roslyn. Wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. And contestant number 2, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, we bring you Mrs. Becky Carter. Fantastic. Beautiful. I love those shoes. And last but not least, contestant number 3, out of New Berlin, Wisconsin, we bring you Janet Lucas. All right, thank you, ladies. Everyone will now have 30 seconds to vote. Please remember to look for the blue button at the bottom of your screen. Just a few more seconds. All right, we should have a winner identified shortly. Let's make sure we get those votes in. Remember, your vote is your voice. And we have a winner out of New Berlin, Wisconsin. Contestant number 3, Janet Lucas. Congratulations, Janet. Great, 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 great job. Our most original winner.
All righty.
So, Shannon, those two categories were absolutely fantastic. And congratulations once again to the winners. I just want to remind everyone that if you haven't been voting, let's get voting. Let's make sure you click that link, that little blue box, and get yourself signed up to vote, because we have two more categories. So thanks again for all the contestants who have signed up to be in Hatitude this year. It's a highlight of our program every year. And that the next category that we're going to move through is the Fascinator category. So fascinators have become very popular these days. And I must say, these ladies look fabulous in their fascinators. Yes, they do. So let's start with contestant number 1. Kwavi Egbe from Smyrna, Georgia. That's right, all the way from Smyrna, Georgia. Very nice. All right, let's move to contestant number 2. Jennifer O'Neill, Tucson, Arizona. Oh, Jennifer. Very nice. And on to contestant number 3, Karen Ross Johnson, from right here in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, ladies, I'm joining you from Charlotte, North Carolina today. Since the luncheon is here every year, I guess that would have been kind of common sense, right, Shannon? What do you think?
Yeah. You never know.
I'm stalling a little bit because I want to give the ladies more than 30 seconds to cast their vote. I want you to really think about this thing and cast your vote. These are beautiful fascinators. I know it's going to be tough, but go ahead and cast your vote.
Yes, I love all the colorful outfits. People put a lot of time into this. Beautiful.
All right, and the tallies. We're waiting for tally. And it looks like it's coming in. Get ready. Oh my goodness, Shannon. Ladies, gentlemen, and the winner is Karen Ross Johnson, Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations, Karen.
Congratulations, Karen.
All right, make sure that you smile, Karen, and pose for that virtual picture, okay? Now, let's move on to, this is my favorite category. Okay, let me just tell you about this category. So I've been doing this luncheon for about 18 years. This category, the baddest hat in the room. This one always drives lots of fun, lots of chatter. I mean, we're just having a ball by the time we get to this. So it's the final category. It absolutely needs no explanation, ladies. And I'll never forget the time Dr. Maya loved the Hatitude competition. She would come every year, make sure she was in the room for Hatitude, right? And I was the chair for many years, so I'll never forget one year when Dr. Maya was in the room. We chose the baddest hat in the room, and when she got back at the microphone, she said, I don't know who that hussy was, but she doesn't know what the baddest hat in the room is. Now, Dr. Maya called me that name, okay, and I loved it. And it's indelibly printed in my life because, Dr. Maya. And the reason why the hat was, not the baddest hat in the room to her is because a dear friend of hers who came after the competition had been judged really had on a bad hat, but she couldn't be in the competition. So next year, ladies, if we're able to go live, I just want everybody to know, come to the luncheon early, be there on time, so you can be judged and you might be the baddest hat in the room. So let's announce these contestants. Contestant number 1, Pamela Hart Hemphill, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, Pam. Beautiful. Contestant number 2, Laura Bynum, Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, Laura. Can you all see Laura? Nod of head would be good. Head nod, very good, very good. And contestant number 3, Kulaki Rabrias, Kulaki Tobias from Charlotte, North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And now it's time for the big vote. So again, as a reminder, let's make sure that you're using your 30 seconds wisely. Shannon, what do you think so far? What do you think? What do you think about those baddest hats?
I think they look absolutely fabulous, and it's going to be a very hard decision for everyone to make. I mean, they really showcase their hats well. So it'll be interesting to see who brings this one home.
Yeah, and you know, I gotta tell you, this virtual platform, this is our first time, and honestly, it's you know, it's not the same because you kind of want to strut your stuff across the stage. We have really hot music going on typically. It's just a really festive thing. But I gotta tell you, with these wonderful house parties that are going on, I know our ladies in the house are having a good time with their mimosas and strutting their stuff around the room. But I feel pretty good sitting here in my little she shed, checking this program out and enjoying looking at all of the beauty and splendor of what we're able to see online. So thank goodness for the platform. Do we have a winner yet? I'm looking for a winner, and it looks like, let's see. The winner is Kulani Gubrias. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful. Yes. All right, congratulations.
Congratulations, Kulani.
All right, Kulani, make sure you post. That's fantastic.
Yes, beautiful. Absolutely.
Shannon, listen, I don't know who had more fun with this, the ladies in the contest or the virtual audience. But let's give another shout out to the wonderful committee members for the years, for this year's Hatitude competition, and the fabulous participating audience for supporting our virtual event. So Shannon, any words before we close it out?
You know, I just want to say thank you to everyone who submitted photos and pictures and entered the contest. It was a very hard decision, but we appreciate all of you for participating in our event this year. And we hope to see you in Charlotte next year live.
Absolutely. And so finally, I'd like to give a virtual round of applause to all the lovely ladies who competed. Yay! And congratulations again.
Thank you, Shannon and Gigi. That was amazing. We always look forward to the Hatitude competition because, yes, it is just that. It's an amazing experience for not only the contestants, but us as the viewers. I mean, my fascinator has nothing compared to the ladies just a moment ago. So now I would like to introduce a very special guest. As I mentioned to you, if you spend more than $150 during a donation today, you'll be able to join a virtual experience with celebrity chef Carla Hall. And we have her on the line today to share a few words with you. Carla, how are you doing over there?
I'm great, and I feel wildly underdressed. I feel like I don't have any attitude. I want to grab flowers. I want to make a quick fascinator or something, but I would not have the baddest hat in the room. Maybe the baddest top knot in the room.
It looks good. I like your decor behind you.
Yes, yes. I am so excited to be here talking to you ladies at the Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon and talking about the United Negro College Fund. I went to Howard University. I had such a great experience. And also, I think more than ever with the Black Lives Matter movement, Black colleges and universities are more relevant than ever because I feel that they are preparing the students, the communities for what's to come and how we're going to emerge. So truly, please, 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 everyone donate. And like it was mentioned, I will be doing a cooking demo. And if you donate $150 or more, you will be able to join me in this cooking demonstration. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wild and crazy. And you're going to do all the cleaning up.
I love that. Can we get any spoilers on what you might be making?
Well, one of the things that I really want to make, I love making collard greens. And so, but a lot of people don't eat collards because they're like, oh, they're full of pork. My collards happen to be vegan. So it's the making of the pot liquor, how I actually cut the collards and then cooking them. And I think that I am going to have a few converts in the house. So that is one thing I'm going to be making. There may be one or two kinds of cornbread, and then I'm gonna leave the rest for a surprise.
I love that. I love that. Self-care also starts with your body. Like Susan Taylor said, self-care is so important. Thank you so much, Carla Hall. I think I need to sign up myself for the virtual.
Thank you.
All right. So our sorority challenge results are in, but before I announce, I want to make sure that you guys share your photos with us. Take a moment right now, snap a photo of your friend using the hashtag UNCF Charlotte and MAWWLL. We're on social media, we're on Facebook. We want to see your photos so we can share them and let everybody know how great you look or how comfortable you look in your socks sitting on the bed watching this video. So let's see, coming in. Can I get a drum roll, please? The winner is Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Congratulations, ladies, and thank you so much for your donations that you made today. They are making a huge impact to UNCF and students to get to and through college. I would like to turn it over to our co-chairs, Margaret Finizzi and Okita Brown, to share a few live comments with you.
Wow, this has been so fabulous and so much fun, Okita.
I agree.
Thank you all so much for attending this party with a purpose today. I know this year was a little bit different, but thank you for your new or continued support. Without each and every one of you, UNCF could not be successful in getting students to and through college. One more shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much. Without your ongoing support, UNCF could not thrive. And now a few words from my good friend and co-chair as we close out today.
Thank you, Margaret, and I agree with your sentiments. And if you have not donated yet, I think you've heard the reoccurring theme today. There's still time. So please do try to give to UNCF today. Our young women and men need your help. Margaret and I have absolutely enjoyed, and it's been our honor to serve as this year's co-chairs. And we are looking forward to seeing you all show up and show out, step up and step in, do all the things that we do to support annual Maya Angelou Women Who Lead Luncheon, Saturday, September 25th in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Convention Center. One last thing, please exercise your right to vote. Our lives depend on it. And with that, we'll see you next year.
Amazing. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much today. I second that. Make sure that you not only, if you voted for the hat competition, you need to vote this year for the election. It's so important. Thank you to everyone who made donations today. Every dollar raised helps UNCF reach its goal to ensure we can help students get to and through college. Remember, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Our vendor shopping mall will remain open for 30 days or longer, so please continue to shop, find some holiday gifts, and support small businesses. Also, like I mentioned, don't forget to upload your picture. Received a text message alert about Fancy Flash Photo Booth. It will remain open until 11 p.m. tonight. Everyone who registered for today's event will receive a link to the recording of today's photo with the album full of the photos, and it'll be posted to social media later on this month. If you want to be included in the album, please be sure to use the hashtag UNCF Charlotte and share the powerful impact that we've made today for UNCF and HBCUs. A special thank you to Ricardo Hicks of Tech Factory Productions for helping us execute this virtual event. It was not easy, but he helped make it happen. Thank you to Jack Grayboy, Fancy Photo Booth, all vendors, and everyone who has helped make today possible. Stay safe. We will see you next year, and we encourage you to stay logged in and listen to some music from Thomas Anthony, as well as viewing our slideshow if you missed it at the beginning of the program. I'm Stacey Michelle. Take care.
And this is Susan Taylor. If I may, I just want to say that I've been here the whole time.
Wow.
I didn't have a hat, so I said, I can't let you see me. But what I did have was a Smiles shield. So, like Elliot, who donned his hat at the last moment, I said, this is my Smiles shield, created by the Smiles family somewhere out there, Black family, and I support Black businesses. So when you're going out and you want to be bejeweled and you don't want to be, vulnerable, I guess this is what I'm going to be wearing when I do go out again. But congratulations on a fantastic program. I so enjoyed it. And let me say to you, Gigi, thank you. And to Beverly Smith, and also, of course, to Dr. Glenda Glover and all of the leaders who were honored today. God bless you, and thank you for including me.
Love you, my Sor. You did a great job.
Love you, Susan.
It was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are loving that shield.
I love that shield.
I love that. Can you order that online?
It's beautiful, Susan.
Excuse me, girl.
They have a bunch of them. It ends with an S and begins with an S, so 2 S's in the middle.
I love it.
Awesome. It's beautiful. You're gonna have to get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Susan, your words were so moving. I just have to acknowledge that it's so much was so relevant for right now. So thank you again for that.
Very much so. Very much so. Thank you.
You always deliver a message that we need to hear. Thank you.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you, Sarah, Susan, for sharing those masks are for those that are hearing impaired so that they can read lips during the COVID. So thank you so much for sharing that mask.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
My heart is full. Well done.
Well done, yeah. So, Stacey Michelle, you did a fantastic job.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Sarah.
Very impressive.
Yes.
Very good.
You were excellent.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. Broadcasting your future.
Yeah, I really.
Beautiful job.
Passed her audition today.
Yeah.
Goodbye. I'm signing off.
You are